like to talk to you today about how to be poor in spirit. Someone I know is doing a Bible study on the Beatitudes. That's from Matthew chapter 5. And when I looked at that verse in verse 3, which is the beginning of the Beatitudes, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. I looked it up and thought, what does the poor in spirit mean? Willing to be empty of this world's wealth. That's what I found in my study. Willing to be empty of this world's wealth. Do some of you, are you out there and you feel poor? You feel like you never have enough at the end of the month to pay your bills or to take care of things. You just feel like nothing's working. I just keep getting further and further behind. Well, I think the world has helped us, ladies, to feel like we can get further and further behind because of the credit card. I was talking to somebody a couple days ago about when I first got a credit card. As a 19-year-old, I couldn't get a credit card. I tried to get a regular MasterCard or Visa, and they wouldn't allow it because I was young, didn't have any credit. But I sort of shamed J.C. Penney's into give it to me because I wrote them a letter and said, my mom has had one for all these years, and I just was wondering if you'd let me have one and see what I could do. So I got a credit card. Well, it was just fun to have it. I don't think I ever used it, but it was fun to have it. Well, now I have credit cards, and I use them, and then I try to pay them off each month because I don't want to have these balances. Because when you use credit cards rather than using the money that you have and a budgeted amount of money that you're supposed to spend, you're living beyond your means and you're not being poor spirit. So the first way that you can be poor spirit is be willing to be empty. I mean, do without things if you don't have the money to buy them. Number two, how to be poor in spirit. The Bible says in Philippians 4:12, I know both how to be abased and how to abound. Everywhere in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. So the second way I think that you can be poor in spirit is to let yourself be abased. Let there be times when you correct yourself. You say, you know what, I made a mistake, and be open about it and confess it to whoever you made the mistake to. Don't be prideful to the fact where you can't admit the wrong that you've done. That's what I think that means. I know how to be abased. I know how to make mistakes and recognize that I've made those mistakes. The third way that I think you can be poor in spirit is from Psalm 51:17. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart, O God, thou wilt not despise. Then Psalm 34:18. The Lord is nigh to them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. So contrite means humble. The third way that I think you can be poor in spirit is to be a humble person. I have to fight pride. I don't know about you, but I have tendencies to think I'm pretty good. And then I have to, I have to get myself in check and say, you know what? You're not much, but God is a lot. And just try to put myself back in a right perspective. But the contrite heart means penitent. It means humble. And that's what God thinks. And I think that's what being poor in spirit is, having a humble spirit. I'm not much. I don't think, though, when you're humble, you don't look down on yourself in comparison to other people. You look at yourself the way God sees you, and that He's proud of you. He loves you. He gave His Son for you, so you're pretty special to God. So that's what the three ways I think you can be poor in spirit. And I hope we all are encouraged to do so today, especially that first ones, ladies. Let's be sure that our credit cards aren't being used more than what we actually have to spend. I think that's really a weakness in this day's society because credit is available. So let's all be careful and be poor in spirit. Rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice.